Listen, God judges every person by the same standard, every person. And the freedom of this standard is, are they saved by the grace of Jesus through faith in Jesus? The standard is Christ, the gospel. Thankfully, it's not how good you and I do, how many things you and I follow or don't follow. It is all based on, I have placed my faith in Christ. I've been saved by grace through faith in Jesus. That's the standard. Do they have relationship with Jesus? And so whenever you're talking to a person of a different religion and you're having a conversation and you're trying to encourage them, that's the question ultimately to get to. What do you say about Jesus? Is he king and the means by which you're saved and redeemed and forgiven, or is he just a nice teacher or prophet? Now, to go back to this idea of faith and works, I do want to look at James 2 before we launch into verse 12. What good is it, my brothers, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can that faith save him? I say all the time to my kids in teaching dating, find a person of the opposite gender that loves Jesus more than they'll ever love you. If you want a principle for dating, that's just a great principle to live by. Find someone that loves Jesus more than they'll ever care about you, and then maybe. And I say, steer clear of the person who's like, oh yeah, I believe in God. And then when you press them about Jesus, and they start to stumble, okay, it's time to back away and just pray for them. Time to back away and just pray, right? You don't pursue that. Why? Because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I believe in God. Even the demons believe and shudder. That's why James is so clear. Can that faith save him? A faith that says, oh yeah, I believe, but my works don't evidence that. If a brother or sister is poorly clothed and lacking in daily food, and one of you says to them, man, that's a darn shame that you're struggling with all that. Well, go in peace, be warmed and filled. Without giving them the things needed for the body, what good is that? Verse 17, let's read it together. So also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. So you can say all you want. I can say all I want. Yes, God, I believe. But if that belief isn't evidenced by my life, then what am I actually believing in? In other words, the evidence of what we believe is seen through our life. And in the moments we're acting, in the moments it's been about public perception, in the moments we're like, well, I know how to look holy and worship like a Christian and talk like a believer. That's gonna do you no good because God sees the heart.